Okay, so paano ba tayo magsisimula sa ganitong usapan? Okay, so yeah, anyway, this is all our rights. Okay, may karapatan tayo na makialam pagdating sa gobyerno ng Pilipinas kasi nga mga Pinoy tayo. But anyway, I'm going to speak English here because I want to reach out all the people, like especially a lot of people can't understand Tagalog. Yeah, alam naman natin na maraming mga Pinoy din kasi sa ibang bansa, no? Sa saan mang sulok ng mundo na andyan yung mga Pinoy na minsan hindi nakakaintindi masyado ng Tagalog. Okay, so reach out din natin sila. Okay? At malaki ang tiwala ko kasi sa mga kababayan natin na andito sa Pilipinas. Kahit hindi sila masyadong nakapagsalita ng English pero marunong silang umintindi ng English. Ganyan tayo mga Pinoy. May ganito tayo, you know? So yeah, sabi nga ni President Marcos, sabi niya na i-maximize natin yung kahalagahan ng English language kasi advantage natin yun, no? So, agree din naman ako sa bagay na yun. So, yeah, let's start with the English conversation right here. So, yeah, the Philippine government would try to maximize the things that the government has an advantage. Of course, not that just thing, but also to all of the things that we should focus, like especially with the agriculture sector. Okay, so the agricultural sector needs some focus since we have a lot of resources here in the Philippines. Like we can produce our own. Why should we buy if we can make our own, right?
That's
So
right.
that's the first thing that comes up with our mind. Okay, so why should we buy if we can make in our own? Of course, making in this type of product, it's not simply means that you will just simply plant and then wait to grow. Okay, that's not simple actually. So the president emphasizes the things that we need to do on the agriculture, and not just only with the agriculture sector, but to all of the things here in the Philippines that has a project like education, yeah, education, communications. So, yeah, the president would like to use and maximize the technology here in the Philippines. How could this possibly become successful if we're gonna use a technology? I'm so sorry about background. I did not fix my room yet. So, yeah, let's go back to the topic. Yeah, the Philippines will maximize the use of the technology. So, it's not possible to make it successful because a lot of people are thinking, how could we apply technology? We are not advanced in terms of technology. We are not good enough to use the technology. Of course, yeah, you got the point, man. You got the point. Co Filipinos, co, yeah, co IQ. Anyway, of course, yeah, you have the point right there. So, in order for us to use the technology, of course, we gotta use this when we are expert enough. Really? Okay, that's the thinking of some people. But for me, of course, people can be taught. Of course, we need to practice. Training is the most important thing in order for us to use the technology, right? No people become expert in a single flash. Like, I mean, in a blink of an eye. Yeah. Before you will be so called as expert, you gotta do what you really need to do, and that is the thing. You need to train in order for you to become an expert. Just like us, yeah, we cannot graduate, we cannot become IT professionals if we did not study, if we did not practice. A lot of failures that we have during college, during studies, during high school, during elementaries, a lot of failures, struggles we have undergone in order for us to get in this type of position. Okay? So we IT people are encouraging the people to use the technology. So we should not ignore this thing, okay? Because technology will lead us to success, just like what the president is saying, okay? The president wants us to use the technology. And actually, I have read something here. I just discovered that the previous president, Rodrigo Duterte, our beloved, president, did a lot for this presidency. Okay, this administration, the previous administration that he had, a lot of accomplishments. So the accomplishments that I can consider here is, the top accomplishment is, of course, the war on drugs, right? Although it's not yet totally vanished when we talk about the drugs, because he promised that this drug will totally stop after those years that he have mentioned. But of course, we can't avoid the fact that the president did his best, but we cannot totally vanish those things. We cannot totally eliminate the things that he wants to be vanished. Okay, so honestly, the president did not only make or made did not make, honestly. Sorry for my grammar. Yeah, the president did not only make that thing happen, but a lot of things he have accomplished already. Yeah. So honestly, the president made a perfect foundation for the next president. And what I have discovered, the president have signed into law the CBMS. Do you know this one? The CBMS? Yeah, I just want to share this Republic Act to you. This is RA 11315, or the Republic Act of the Philippines. The CBMS Act of the Philippines. Yeah, it aims to help the poor, to lift up poor. Okay? So to lessen the poverty here in the Philippines. Yeah, the most important thing about the CBMS is the data gathering. Of course, we need the data gathering. CBMS stands for Community Based Monitoring System. So, if you don't have sufficient, reliable data, of course, you will not succeed in every goal that you want to accomplish, of course. Data gathering is the most important thing if you're trying to have a success. Okay? So, yes, CBMS was signed into law by our president, our previous president, Rodrigo Roa Duterte. And the administration, the current administration right now, wants to continue the projects of the Philippines that are helping the people. So it's not actually mentioning this one in the sauna, but it's a tool. Yeah, it is a tool that he wants to maximize. Yeah, right now the CBMS is doing his job, doing the things that we want to get. Okay, so data gathering, we need to gather information. And actually, this CBMS actually existed already since 1990, but it's not yet totally developed. So the president wants to develop this one. The President Marcos wants to pursue this CBMS because this CBMS is a tool to help the people. Okay, so since 1990, wow, it was, too much here, but it doesn't have that sufficient support coming from the government before. Okay, so right now the CBMS is handled by the PSA, or the Philippine Statistics Authority, if I'm not mistaken. And the PSA has, of course, you need a team to make it possible. So the PSA has two more agencies, like it's a partner, but of course PSA will lead the project. And as far as I know, yeah, CBM is already handled by the DILG before, so they endorsed this one to PSA since the government or the agency that will gather the information is, of course, the PSA. So that's our lead agency. So the PSA will be handling the CBMS, and the DICT and the DILG will help this project, of course. So why do we need the DICT? Of course, as what the president have mentioned, a lot of things that the DICT will do in this era. Okay, so because the DICT stands for the Department of Information and Communications Technology, so from its word, of course, they are the responsible people in giving an advanced technology to the country. They gotta research a lot. They need to research more. Okay, they need to study all the technologies that may help the people. So that's a good movement for our government right now. So yeah, I appreciate that one. Yeah, and the DILG, of course, the DILG will implement the rules and regulations, and the DILG is the one that we can rely when it comes to dissemination of information. Yeah, and implementing this type of rules and regulation. So we're hoping that the Philippines will have a better movement or a better milestone. Yeah, today. So I hope that the projects of the Philippines will become successful. Yeah. What else? In terms of education, yeah, the president would try to focus on the new generation, of course, giving them some information through English language and to be trained in English and English as a tool of advancement. So yeah, that's a good point for the president. Why should we eliminate the English? Yeah, a lot of people are maximizing this type of English. Not all of the countries can speak this type of language. This type of language will make us communicate to the people, to the world. Okay? Wherever you go, English. Yeah, you can actually see English people. Yeah, that's a fact. All right. So, I don't know if some I mean, I'm not saying that literally that you could see a lot of people, okay? You could see someone wherever you go. Yeah. It's not a literal, but if you could search into this world, yeah, there is English, okay? Yeah, wherever you go, there is English. Especially when it comes to dissemination of information. Even Japanese wants to learn English. Okay, so why should we stop English communication? If that is an advantage, why not enhance that thing? So yeah, I think that's all that we could talk today, and I want you guys to become more observant in this government today. I hope we can observe a betterness, not a bitterness, to everyone. All right, let's support the government. So once again, this sports cooking more TV. I don't have any better content today, but I think if you could watch this type of video, yeah, you could realize something that we need to support the government and we need to maximize the technology that we have right now. Alright, so if you did not subscribe yet, please hit the subscription button. Yep, please. And like it if you want to like it. If you like it, if you don't like it, come on. Come on, like it. Alright, this is Bart's Cooking More Like TV. Bye for now.